Making money online has changed my life drastically in just a few years. I went from being a burnt out teacher, never having enough energy for my family, to now being able to have the time freedom to do what I want, wherever I want, whenever I want. I went from trading 40 hours a week for a tiny paycheck to now only working a few hours a week while making money in my sleep. Now I am teaching thousands of others my exact process of how I did it. I was able to quit my teaching position and move to Greece, all thanks to Etsy Print on Demand. Hi, my name is Jenny. Some of you might know me over on TikTok, Jenny from the shop, and now I'm coming over to YouTube to share some long form content with you all. Before I share my Etsy success story with you, feel free to subscribe. I'm going to be sharing weekly tips with you all to help you start, optimize, and scale your Etsy shop. All right, so let's take it back to 2019. I am a burnt out teacher, a new mother, a wife, all the things, exhausted. I had been a teacher for 8 years and I was feeling burnt out. Also, on top of that, my husband and I had been visiting Greece every summer for the past 10 years. And that particular summer, it was getting towards the end of our trip, and we were like, man, I wish there was a way that we could stay. And it felt pretty impossible at the time because I didn't have any ideas in mind. I thought that I was going to be a teacher for the rest of my life, but I knew I was feeling burnt out from teaching, and if there happened to be another way, I would be willing to leave the teaching profession. And I remember saying to my husband, if we can figure out a way to make enough money online so that we can go back and forth from Greece to the States whenever we want and be able to live comfortably, I would be happy. Little did I know that that would happen within the next couple of years. So my mind immediately started brainstorming ways to make money. I had always wanted to be a children's book writer, so I decided to pursue that dream. And I saw that you can easily do so as a self-publisher on Amazon KDP. So I did just that. I wrote a children's book, I illustrated it within 6 months, and I listed it on Amazon KDP. I thought that this is what was going to bring me in the big bucks. Clearly, that was not it. So fast forward to March of 2020, when COVID hit, my school announced that we were going to be closed for 2 weeks. It ended up being more, but at the time I thought I had 2 weeks, and I thought, well, this timing is actually pretty good because I just published my book. So I was like, I'm going to use these 2 weeks to research how I can advertise my book. So of course I went to YouTube to research, and an advertisement video popped up on one of the videos that I was watching, and it was about selling t-shirts on Etsy. And all of a sudden I got a feeling in my gut, for whatever reason, I was like, that sounds really fun and really interesting, and I felt super impulsive and immediately went on to Amazon and I purchased all of the equipment and materials I needed to start a small t-shirt shop on Etsy. I purchased a Cricut machine, I purchased t-shirts, the materials I needed to create my designs, a heat press. It came up to like $600 that I did not have. We can blame it on my anxiety from the pandemic. I clicked order, and then I immediately went right back onto YouTube and I searched how to start a t-shirt shop on Etsy, something along those lines. And within the first 10 to 20 minutes of my research, I came across videos that were talking about print on demand and how you don't ever have to touch a single product. All you do is make a design digitally, put it on a t-shirt mock-up, list it on Etsy, and when someone orders, the printing company will print and ship the product for you. My mind was blown. So I immediately went right back to Amazon and I canceled that order. And then I went right back into YouTube and I searched how to start an Etsy print on demand shop. And from that point on, I dove in and I never stopped. I knew immediately that this would be the opportunity that would allow me the time freedom and financial freedom to be able to quit my teaching position and move to Greece with my family. So spring of 2020, I started my Etsy shop. I dove in, I sacrificed many hours. I don't want anybody to think that this is a get rich quick side hustle. That is not the case, but I gave it my all because I wanted out of my job so badly. So I put in so much time and effort that first year to make that happen. My goal was by the end of the next school year to be able to quit. In spring of 2021, I was able to quit my teaching position. In spring of 2022, I was able to move to Greece with my family. A big part that plays into my success was that I was a sponge. I soaked in as much content as I could. I took courses, I hired mentors, I worked many hours, and I didn't give up when times were slow. I knew that this was it and I had to make it work. I saw other people becoming successful with it, so I said, why not me? And I truly feel that's the attitude that you need to have going in with this. It's not going to happen overnight for you. It's not a set it up and sit back type of gig. You need to be all in. You need to become excited about the journey. There were so many trials and errors for me that first year. My goal is to provide content for you to be able to bypass those trials and errors so that you have a smoother path to success. I hope my story inspired you today. In the next upcoming videos, I will be diving much deeper into the whole Etsy print on demand process. See you next time.